Hey, what's going on guys? It's Bennett from Parker Baits and welcome back to another video. Now I've got a really special one for you today because there's not only going to be a giveaway in this particular video, but you join me at Robertson's Tackle, also known as Robos, by the locals. But not only that, this is one of the oldest tackle shops in the country, if not the oldest. So without further ado, we're going to head in the shop now. The brews have been made and we're going to go and have a little chat with the owners. Come with me. Wow, here we go. So first of all, I'm going to shake your hand. And I'm certainly going to shake your hand because these two gentlemen need no introduction whatsoever. Good family friends of ours, but not only the owners of Robos, but the owners of CarpTech as well. So I'm going to shut up my hand, but I'm going to sort of put it onto yourselves and sort of say, can you talk us through, we'll obviously start off with Robos, sort of how you've come about it. It's all a bit mad, isn't it?
It is a bit mad. So yeah, we've been working with Robos from the comp side for the last 3-4 years.
So we actually started in 2019 and we actually walked into this shop. We never had no business at the time. We just walked in here and we said, "You're right, Sam, can you give us a discount on some products because we want to raffle them off?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course I can." So from that moment is where we actually started with working with the shop.
Was a £100 mainline bundle.
That's madness. Absolutely.
And that was 4 years ago, and then obviously 8 weeks or 12 weeks ago, we've evolved and bought the shop now. So
It's crazy when you say that. And I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit blown away because when I turned up, I was like, oh, I don't think it's going to be very big. I've walked in and this place is absolutely bloody massive. It's ginormous. You know, you've got a little packing area down the end. Obviously, we're gonna touch on this throughout this video, guys, so you guys can get a little taste in your mouth of what they're offering here. But you've got Corder, ESP, you've got more bed chairs than the bed shop.
And
bed chairs shop in front of me.
Got the biggest Parker Baits stand in the UK.
You have. So on that note, much appreciated. And like I said, family friends, but this is a big one for me because this is our flagship shop. Reason for that is just said it is the biggest stand we've got in any shop in anywhere in the country, so it makes me smile from ear to ear. And like I said, it's a relationship or match made in heaven, if you like. So this is really interesting, and I've briefly mentioned it, one of the earliest tackle ships in the country, if not the earliest course tackle shop in the country. Could you touch on that a little bit more? I find it massively interesting.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we've actually got some newspaper clippings upstairs from, I believe it's 1938, which I'm sure you'll overlay that anyway, of us with an advert in the Angling Times.
First ever edition of the Angling Times.
Yeah, the first edition of the Angling Times. Robbo's Tackle was actually in here. And we believe that we are the oldest course tackle shop in the UK. We are here to be disproved, but...
Get in the comments down below.
No, but we've actually got a thing out on our CarpTech page. We said it in our live draw. If anyone can find it, we'll give them £100 to prove it wrong.
There you go. You've all heard it here first.
We have actually got.
That's going to get some comments down there.
We have actually got the certificates upstairs, and we'll try and dig them out in a little while. But we have got stuff dating back to the 1920s.
Robbo's was getting tracers made, little hook length tracers with little hooks on them in like the 30s and 40s. Made out of horsetail, proper old school Robbo's merch, man.
So we've got some of these bits. So again, we'll put these on the screen now. A bit of like, which is probably the best way of putting that, because a bit of historical background on the place, because it truly is a bit of an icon in here, really.
It's an old school tackle shop. I know a lot of them are new units now. They're all modernised. This is, look, as you've seen, the photos are up on the wall of old fish and like photos that are going back to the 80s and stuff. You know, so it has got some really old feel.
It's mega, and I do love that. It's not like you're walking in an Apple shop. It's like you're walking in a proper tackle shop. Now, I don't know about you two, but when I was younger, I mean, that used to be the ultimate for me. Walking into a tackle shop and going,
all the smell of this shop. I've got the smell of an old tackle.
No, that's Mickey. But yeah, no, it has. And when people do come in, we like to offer them a cup of tea and sit and have a chat with them. We get people come in that ain't just looking to purchase things. They come in to have a chat. Just not even just about fishing. Sometimes they'll come and talk about what's going on in their life. We're always here, to talk to anyone basically about whatever.
So there you go, a true, very short snippet in my eyes, just a little piece of what Robbo's has to offer and a bit of historical background on it as well. So as Parker Baits, we've been working with CarpTech for almost day dot. Like I said, I know I keep mentioning it, but good family friends of ours, a massively good relationship. Now, that sort of brings me, and I'm going to put you both in it now and sort of talk about CarpTech, because Robos is just a little scratch, isn't it, really, into regards to what you're doing behind the scenes and how you've, quite frankly, broken the internet with what you're doing when it comes to Carpy giveaway sites.
Yeah. So we were saying about the oldest carp tackle shop in the UK, but we was the first carp raffle competition page
on the internet.
On the internet as well. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we was there in 2019, struggling by doing small little bundles. It's costing us loads of money for a long time.
Yeah, we were still working full-time jobs at the time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We was laggers. We're builders by trade, laggers. And yeah, we just had a little side, we'll try this, and it
how interesting is that?
Went through the roof. And then once COVID come, everyone got locked down, and then that was it. Just went.
It did. I was doing live draws from my bedroom indoors. I was doing live draws, and luckily, as I spoke about earlier, we walked into this shop. Sam gave us a discount. No shops was open, but luckily Sam lives here. So we was able to still provide a service at the same time whilst COVID was going on, because he was within his vicinity. He lives upstairs in the shop. So it was great for us, and that's what sort of helped us massively at the beginning. And now we've gone on to give away over £6 million worth of prizes. We do vans, we do camper vans, we do full tackle setups.
45,000 winners.
Yeah.
Are you hearing this, guys? This is just crazy, absolutely crazy. And just going back to the beginning with this, because there's a lot of people probably who are CarpTech. So just go right back to in a nutshell, what do you do as a brand? Just for the people that have never seen you before.
So anything like a tackle bundle, you can win it for, say, 20 pence. You can win a set of Bezier reels for, say, 5p. It depends what the price of the ticket is. All draws are done regardless of ticket sales, so we're not like other comp pages. We don't extend draws, nothing like that. When there's an end date, that's the date it ends. It doesn't matter if we've sold 5% of the tickets or we've sold 80% of the tickets. It gets drawn and the prize gets won regardless of how many tickets sell. And that is where it helped us grow at the beginning.
Yeah, just to jump in there, and that doesn't matter what price it is.
Oh, vans as well.
We do vans, fishing holidays.
A physical van.
Yeah,
van.
You'll see one at the end of this month. Check out, there'll be an MSRT Transit going live. It's my own personal van.
I might buy some. Well, I'm definitely going to buy some. I see the van. I was like, that is bloody nice, mate.
It will be going live at the end of the month.
It will.
And just moving on from that as well, which I find, especially with CarpTech, you've got a proper community, mate. So do you mind, because you do these lives? Now, when are the lives? How does it work?
Best community in carp fishing competitions. It's the pillar of what we do.
Yeah.
We've got people that have been with us since day dot.
Yeah.
We've got people that have been with us who now, they don't really buy tickets anymore, but they're still there in the comments on the live shows. Just pop in and say hello.
Yeah, we hold regular social events as well. So we invite all of our customers down to the lakes and we do events with them just to give back a bit. We do free competitions as well on the website quite often. So if you don't want to spend no money, but you want to have a little
free,
tickle,
big fat words on the screen, Steve. Free.
Absolutely.
Not £3, free.
Yeah, absolutely free. And keep around, because we might even be giving away something in this video, Ben.
Which is very exciting. I have mentioned already, it is exciting, and we're going to touch on that. I'll let the lads touch on that later on, exactly what we're going to give away. So stay tuned. But yeah, there it is. I think that was a very quick insight, not only on CarpTech, but Robos. And like I said, a real privilege. And just from the bottom of my heart, lads, you know, I really do appreciate what you do for me and my family. You know, it means the world to me, Tom, my family, and also congratulations, because what you've done in such a short period of time with particularly CarpTech is just, quite frankly, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So if you are watching this now, you think, oh, a little dabble. Now, the link's at the bottom of this video. You can go over, it'll pull you straight to their website. You can have a little play, maybe even win yourself a van. Yeah. Happy days.
Next live draw.
Good luck. Well, we're going to kick it off when you first walk in on your left-hand side. Now, my immediate reaction to this is, to be honest with you, there's about 10 people that have walked in the shop already. It's a very busy atmosphere here. But this is obviously the storm pole / bank sticks. Now, you've got little diddy ones for £4.25 there, all the way up to the big boys. Now, that's something I would use on a big pit if I was fishing out. And look at that, comes right up again. So, lovely jubbly. When it comes to storm poles or bank sticks, they have got you covered. So directly in front of the bank sticks, you have got this lovely quarter section. Now, I don't think a tackle shop would be a tackle shop without a quarter section. And there it is, the full shebang. You name it, they've got it when it comes to your shrink tubes, anti-tangles, tail rubbers, or Kamakura hooks. Moving swiftly over to the Fox section. Now, Fox is something I use in my own angling. If anybody hardcore Parker bait supporters that watch the channel know, I use their new natural range. I use their new braided leaders, which I use as a shock leader for my spom and also my main rods as well. Again, the full shebang, pre-made, bait stops, bait beads, and obviously that natural range, as I just mentioned, at the top. So this isn't just for carp anglers. It'd be rude if I said it was, because it's certainly not, because they cater for the match angler as well, which moves me on to the Guru section. Now, I say this in all of our videos, everything's a little bit more refined, very, very small. I almost feel a little bit uncomfortable when I look at the hooks over here, because they're so, so small. But again, when it comes to feeders, press feed, whatever it may be, from the Guru section, again, they've got you covered here at Robos. So one thing I've noticed here at Robos is everything's so organised and everything seems to be in its own little particular place. Now, you've got feeders, swim feeders, I think they're maggot feeders as well. Like again, I feel a little bit out of depth, but literally they've got all different shapes and sizes. And if I bring you up here, come with me, just up here, I mentioned this before in one of our vlogs, I think they call them press feeders. You can get your hook bait, put it in, press your scalded pellets into that, or press your scalded pellets in, then put the hook bait in and put a few more scalded pellets on and push it down. And it makes it very aerodynamic. Therefore, you can fish the same spot as long as you hit and clip every time and know that you're fishing on the money. And it's very uniform as well. That would be perfect for a little 12mm magic bean as well. So on the subject of organisation, this is exactly what I mean. Now, like I said, it's a minefield when you walk into tackle shops up and down the country, particularly here, because there's just so much here. But like I said, they've got you covered. Why? Because all the bobbins are in one place. So whether that be Corda, ESP, Black Label Edition, so on, they have got them. So at the tail end of that particular aisle that I've just mentioned, you have got a surface fishing section. Now, I smile as I say this because I do love my surface fishing. I've been using the Corda ones. I have used the ESP ones, but again, if you're a fan and you don't think, oh, you know what, I don't want to use either of them, I want to use a Corum one, again, they've got literally every company you could possibly imagine, Fox included. Now, moving on from that is spoms. I use my spom in pretty much all of my angling. Now, you've got all the different sizes, but my favourite is the midi. Now, especially going into the colder months where you're not putting as much bait out and you're fishing particularly naturals, you can put a nice little level of naturals in there and not overdo it, because the spom isn't ginormous, unlike that bad boy. You can see the difference. Well, I know I mentioned earlier about the Corda section, but it doesn't stop there. You've got a little bit more Fox and more Corda. Now, apparently these are one of the things that sells a hell of a lot of in the shop, which is their pre-mades. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes you may not be bothered to tie your own rigs. Corda have got you covered in that respect. You can be a little bit lazy on the bank, or maybe you don't even know how, and that's fair enough, and you can take these, tie them on, job done. Now, moving on from that, it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. They've even got the pre-made jigs and more boom setups over there. Now, I use my own booms in my angling, but again, having the simpleness of getting a boom, pulling an anti-tangle sleeve down, pulling it up on a swivel, pretty simple. And it doesn't stop there, because there's more. Just over to my right is their full plastic range as well. So continuing on the carp theme, like I just mentioned, they've got all the artificials, but also next to that is the ESP section. Now again, something that stands out to me straight away is the floss I use in my own angling and the cork balls I've made with our Parker Baits paste. You can get them, make nice little cork ball pop-ups, boil them up at home and make your own cork ball pop-ups. And again, ESP have got them in two different sizes. Moving down that, from that is Drennan as well, and they've got a full section of their terminal tackle as well. It's a bit amazing here, I'm not gonna lie. Everywhere you look, there's more fishing products, which sort of just round from that section that we were just at, the ESP section, you join me at the Nash section. So you've got Nash bits, down from that you've got Ridge Monkey bits, which again is all of their full terminal tackle range. Moving up from that, now this is new to the industry and something they've dropped quite recently, and that's Tracker. They've got their full hook selection on site here as well. And moving down from that, you've got even more. So in front of me it's always like to say sort of the high-end products behind the glass when you sort of sit there and you're looking up the items. We're going to touch on that in a second, but before I do that, you have got every float in sizes you could possibly imagine, even the ones with the loaded weights on the end as well, which is a little bit easier for me because I remember when I used to go with my granddad and do a lot of float fishing, you'd be sitting there adding more shots on to get that float sitting 110%. Now if I bend down here now, if you come over here, just in here is the naturals. Now that is something they specialise in here at Robos. They sell countless amount of maggot, worm and casters as well. Apparently some of the freshest casters in the game I hear. Apparently a lot of the locals will come here solely for their casters. So that's something definitely worth maybe inquiring about when you're in. Is there any chance of some casters, and purchase them while you're in it. Here they are, one of my favourite bits of the shops. The stuff that you can't get to because it's behind the glass, which probably means it's pretty cool. So you've got the new Nash sirens, the R2s. You've also got the Fox mini microns. You're probably thinking, was that the only alarms they do? Now, if you do come in and you are inquiring about these, just ask at the counter because they have got countless amounts of alarms that they can order in for you. So moving on down from that, you've also got the Pro Logic alarms. Now, if I'm honest with you, Pro Logic alarms was some of the first alarms I had as a kid. I remember that fondly, the ones that used to make all different fancy noises. And I'll just leave it at that. And just in front of me here is a bit of me because I've got beanies coming out of beanies. Now anybody who watches the channel knows I love a beanie. No, they're not Parker Bates ones, but every beanie does the same job, right? Over to my right is a mainline section for obviously dedicated to carp fishing. So the ESP then comes in there, they've got the Pro Logic, they've got all the different lines you could possibly imagine. There's plenty of rubbers for everybody's needs. I mean, look at that as well, for a lure. Never seen a pufferfish lure before, but literally absolutely every possible colour of the rainbow and possible size as well. Like I said, they have literally got you covered for all your predator needs. Well, remember, Robbo's is just getting started, hence why there's a few blank spaces here. But talking of organisation, I said it earlier, when you walk into a tackle shop, it's a minefield. Here, all the PVA is in one place. You're not walking around a shop for hours. You can come in, you get your PVA, and if that's the only thing you need, you can go in, go to the shop, counter, pay for it, and off you go and enjoy your fishing. So we're going to move down in a second. Now these are one of our dearest partners alongside Swimbook and obviously CarpTech. Gemini Tackle we work alongside massively. And also you can buy Parker Bates products at the Gemini store, but their main growth of the business at the early stages was the sea Gemini. Now a lot of people were thinking, I didn't know Gemini done sea fishing stuff. Well there they do, because they've done that before they actually done the carp thing. So there it is, the full Gemini Tackle sea fishing range on site as well. So when it comes to Robos, I don't think I've ever seen so many bait companies in one place. Now I mentioned in this video already, this is our flagship shop. So we've got our biggest Parker Baits station, if you like, or section in the country. We've got our Parker Particle up the top there. See our 3D Parker Baits logo up there, and over to my right we've got exactly the same. So all this section here is the freshest bait in the game, which I'm going to touch on right now. Right, so we're going to kick it off and I'm going to pick on a few products if you like. So I want to kick it off with our Parker Baits bucket. So here they are. As a family, a lot of time and effort went into designing these, and a lot of money as well, to be honest with you. But there they are, the Parker Baits Carpy buckets. You can actually look quite cool on the bank if you ask me, and we've also integrated our products within the image as well. So you've got like a little magic bean there with some Medusas on it, and it just makes me smile because that there is something special. So moving on swiftly, now this will be a full dedicated particle stand, hence the name. At the moment, we can't make it quick enough because it goes so quickly, particularly here at Robbo. So at the moment, you've got a nice little pretty one shelf at the top there. So let's kick it off with our BHM. That's buckwheat, hemp and mace. Moving on from that is our chili hemp. Now this is where it gets a little bit spicy, literally. Here, This has got the same spices that we dust our baits with. Now, that's not magic dust, but it consists of around 17 different spices and a few other naughties, and that's infused in the hemp. So what we're trying to put across is you can now fish our OG fish and then fish the hemp over the top of it and know that they're giving off the same sort of signals, if you like. Some people may not want that spicy factor and you want to be a simple Simon and you want pure maize. Now, we've got you covered because I use pure maize in my own angling. I think it's a great product, and well, every carp loves maize and sweet corn. So we got maize, pure maize in tubs for your maize anglers. Moving on from that, we've obviously got the Mutt's Nuts. Now it kind of says what it says on the bottle on the tin, if you like. It's the Mutt's Nuts for a reason, because it's got various different particles in there, including some nuts. Now, we've got the tiger nuts in there. Anybody who loves fishing tigers know they catch big fish. And that brings us on to our last one that isn't here at the moment, which is Nosser Nuts. They're called Nosser Nuts for a reason, because they catch Nosser pigs. Now here at Parker Baits, it's really simple, it's really easy. The bait is a minefield as well, alongside tackle shops. Now that's why we kept it simple. We've got an OG fruited nut and OG fish. OG fruited nut is chocolate orange, peanut and coconut. OG fish is squid, octopus and chili as well. Now, something a little bit different, we've also got our 5 kg bags in there. So maybe you've never used this before and a kilo don't quite cut it. You can come in and buy a 5 kg bag of our bait, which is being sent in fresh on a weekly basis. And just before we move on to the hook baits, this was a massive investment for the family for our new bags. Now, not only are these bags recyclable, but they are also reusable because they've got a seal at the top of them. So if you don't want to use the full 5 kilo, you can come back, seal it off and use it again on your next session. Hook baits. Do the Magic V's need any introduction? I don't think so. They're my favourite go-to hook bait, but again at Robbo's, it doesn't just stop there. They haven't just got the mini Magic Beans and the Magic Beans, they've got every possible hook bait you can imagine. So we've obviously got our pure liquid foods, our magic dusts. Again, for further details on these, I don't want to bore you, but 25 different food particles, 27 different food particles, all weighed in-house as a family. Again, any further questions, don't ever hesitate to pick up the phone, speak to us on the phone, and I can go over in great more depth about that. We've also got our bait sprays as well, and something a little bit exciting with this, alongside our liquid food, is they are PVA bag friendly as well. Now, down from that, I've also said about our 5 kg bags. Well, they've got you covered here when it comes to pellet as well, because you've got a 4, 6 and 8, which is infused with chocolate orange, peanut and coconut. So not only have you got a pellet that smells the same as our boilies, but you've also got 3 different breakdowns on the bottom, because you've got 3 different size pellets. Therefore, it's going to keep your spot active for a longer period of time. And that's our fruit and nut. We've also got our OG fish, again consists of the same size pellets, so 4, 6 and 8, which is going to give you obviously 3 different breakdowns. But one thing worth noting is the fruit and nut is a lower oil pellet. The OG fish is a higher oil pellet. Now that doesn't mean to say you can't use it in the winter, and it doesn't mean to say you can't use the fruit and nut in the summer, but it's completely down to personal preference and you do what you want to do. This is our flagship store, and opposite that Parker Bait section, you got another sexy Parker Bait section. There's all the hook baits, there's more pellet, and obviously our Parker Bait buckets. Mini mix pellet. It'd almost be rude for me not to touch on this. We sell tons and tons of it as a family. Now we've went a little bit clever with it. You've got 5 different pellets, which is 5 different breakdowns, but they range from 1 to 1.5 to sort of 2 mil as well. So you've got a very, very, very small pellet. Now, the Big Mac Carper, Connor, I know he likes fishing this alongside worm because you've got a pellet that's very small and you're not going to overfeed him through the colder months. But I like using it in my PVA bags with a little Magic Bean in. You have literally got a match made in heaven, which then rolls me on to the next thing, which is our flat spot, which then finishes off my PVA bag. But let me explain what this product is. So you've got Monster Crab and you've also got our Fruity. First of all, you get these lovely sort of tangerines coming through, fruity-esque. It's just, you can't quite put your finger on it. Now, it'd be interesting, anybody who's coming into the store, anybody who's maybe watching this, who's got a bottle of this stuff at home, what do you think's in it? Get in the comments down below. But this is a unique blend of 5 different oils, but I'm not going to say the flavourings within, but get in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts on it. Now, the complete other end of the spectrum is our Monster Crab. I know it's crude, but I say it every time, it's not wife friendly. This stuff absolutely bloody stinks. Now, we're not trying to recreate the wheel at Parker Baits. Monster Crab, yeah, that's going straight back on. Monster Crab has been around for years and years and years, and I'm sure it's going to be around for decades to come. We're not trying to recreate the oil, we're using great products that have been around for years with good balance levels in. Again, 5 different oils in there. And pretty much hemp oil on steroids. That's the only way of putting it across. Again, available here at Robos. So I couldn't possibly touch on all of them. Otherwise, this video will probably be about 4 hours long because there's that many bait companies and various other brands around us. But just touching on a couple of them, you've got Dynamite, you've got Mainline, you've also got Sticky in here as well, you've got Sonar Baits as well, and Cobb Dock is in here as well. I said when it comes to the terminal tackle, they've obviously got you covered, Robos, when it comes to the predator side of things, but they've also got every possible dead bait the dead bait shop could give you, if you like. There's literally mackerels, herring, blueies, squid, so on, so on, so on. And I'm going to close that now because it smells a little. So just before we touch on the rest of the shop, I guess it would be almost wrong of me not to go over the match section. Now there's a full match range here when it comes to ground bait, particles, obviously pellet soaks as well. They've got you covered. I really can't get my head around this place, if I'm honest with you, because there's a whole section just for nets. So you've got various different brands of nets. You've got match nets, you've got pole rollers, you've obviously got spare mesh down there for if your net was to break. Literally everything. Well, forgive me, probably should set up a little bit, but this is their bed chair section. Now, to be honest, this is nicer than my own bedroom, and this is probably comfier than my own bed, if I'm honest. But you can come in, you can try the beds out, and get the bed that's right for you when it comes to your carp fishing. I like my new t-shirt. I feel like I work here. I feel well posh. So opposite the bed chairs is a sort of a carpy slash, well, I guess any scenario really when it comes to fishing. They've got you covered with chairs. Now this is also a luggage area as well. Now I couldn't possibly go over all the brands, but they've got every brand I can possibly think of, including your Corda up the back there. But when you are coming to Robbo's, make sure you have a nice sit down on these very posh chairs and maybe get yourself a new rod bag, or maybe even buy yourself a new little tackle box as well. Well, I found another section now at Robbo's. Like I said, it just keeps going, this place. But you've got stuff that I understand and know, and this is obviously the carpy section. So you've got all your slings, which is the new compact. I did not know Corda have just dropped their new slings. Well, now I do. Beneath that, you've got your cradles, mats, retainers, and over to my right, there's Avid pods, Nash pods, and bivvy tables as well, and plenty of them for you to choose through. Wow, they've also got a bivvy set up in the shop itself. But not only that, there seems to be about 50 bivvies around me from various different suppliers. So again, they've got you covered when it comes to tents slash bivvies here at Robbo's. So moving on, Mr. Fox himself, he's here, and you've also got Tracker, Corda, ESP, just be touching on a couple, but whether that be full waterproofs, waders, wellies, coats, you know, and even if you want to look like a camouflage Tinky Winky, you can do that as well. That's a bit of you, Tommy Parker. Look at that, mate. So you join me in the sort of rod holder section for your carp sort of setup, if you like. Now, some lovely carpy ones, just like me. Moving on from that, you've got some more subtle ones, maybe not like me. And then moving on from that, they've also got the pole scenario as well. Now, obviously you've got to fill your rod holders with rods, and that's what I'm going to touch on right now. Well, I've just come back from behind stage, come out of my thermals. A little bit disappointed, for honest, because I was thoroughly enjoying them. Now, this is what I love about a proper tackle shop. Now, you can come in and actually visibly see the rods. There's one thing being online and have a look at it, but you ain't quite got the feel of having it in your hand and getting someone on the end of it, pulling it round. Now, they have got full sea setup. So when it comes to your rods for sea fishing, they've got you covered. Quiver tips, match rods, float rods, carp rods, spinner rods. everywhere I look, there's more. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to rods, come in, ask all the questions you need, and they will be on hand to help. Right, well now you join me where the magic happens. Now behind me is Gary, and I must say he's got a lovely cap on. So on that note, Gary, mate, if you wouldn't mind going over, I'll shake your hand as well. Nice to meet you, mate. If you don't mind going over what you do, why you do it.
Everything that goes out the door is from CarpTech, like the instant wins, the draw prizes, just everything goes out from here.
You do all the CarpTech stuff, alongside all the Robbo
stuff, all on the TikTok.
Busy man.
TikTok from the to the eBays to basically everything. So yeah, I'll pick it, I'll pack it, I'll send it, I'll do it all. Yeah, so all the magic happens here. Well, we've actually, funny enough, we've got Parker baits, 18 mil OG fish to go out.
I didn't pay him to do this either.
No, that's just a coincidence.
So who's this one going to?
It's going to customer Stubboy7.
So Stubboy7, massive shout out to you, and thanks for supporting us as a family, but obviously also Robos. Or is this a CarpTech one?
No, this is a TikTok for Robos.
So if you haven't already, you know what you need to do now, because I know you all got your hands on your phone right now. Go over and make sure you go and follow their TikTok, and that's on the screen.
So what we do, so we print the label. So yeah, it comes up there, you just print it.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come out this printer. But what I do, I put it in a jiffy bag, because it's boily, so I don't want them to get ruined.
Love that. Oh, I like this. Yeah, is this what you're going to put in as well? So a little thank you note. Now this is the difference here. You know, they really appreciate every single order, whether that's CarpTech or whether that's here at Robos. It's a family business and family vibes completely. So thank you for your order.
So that goes straight into there.
It's going in there.
Well, you can do it, Ben.
Yeah, thank you. I will. But even smells fresh. Lovely.
Then I'll stick it into that one as well, into that bag.
Oh crikey, double whammy.
Because it's boilies, don't get ruined.
No, that makes complete sense. Tell you what, I like this, mate. And what do I do? Seal that one off?
Give it a little fold up because it's
fold
a big
up.
bag.
Job done.
That's it. That comes off, that goes over. Turn it over, put the label on, job's done.
Freshest packing in the game, baby. So there we go.
And then it goes into the trolley.
Stuart, thanks very much from both of us here, Robos and Parker Baits. Much appreciate, mate. Enjoy your products, and hopefully you catch a nosopy. And Gary, I'll shake you around one more time, mate. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
And like I said, this is where the magic happens. And like I said, you can order online or go to the CarpTech website and have a little dabble on there as well. Right, well, I'm a man to my word, and I know the guys are at Robos as well. We said we were going to do a giveaway, and that is what we're going to do. So we're giving away this, and this.
Also this.
And these as well.
We've got everything and all this, and all you got to do is comment down below and let us know your opinion on Robbo's tackle. That's all you got to do. Get in the comments down below and let us know your opinion on Robbo's tackle. Maybe you even come in and let me know an experience that you've had at Robbo's tackle. So, lads, thanks very much for having me down today.
Pleasure, man.
Like I said, a privilege being in this amazing tackle shop. If I'm honest, it's an Aladdin's cave. It truly is.
Yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together.
Oh, it's definitely coming together, mate. So hopefully you've liked this video, guys. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. And I'll see you all very soon. Peace out. So this.
Wait,
last 20 minutes late.
Bro, last time you said this and this.
Bro, I thought you fell asleep.
I was waiting for the first thing.
And this. And that.
Wait,
All right, well, I've got to laugh. We.